down to this cold, cold world. Da da da, da da da, da da. Oh wait, hey gentlemen, gentlemen, this is Heroes Journeyman Dr. D, and we are in them streets doing a brief Heroes rant as I preview the walkthrough. I think my day before game day, my son's game on Friday, and man, I'm trying to catch the light so I can actually see. I'm just one. I meant to. I started to do a video earlier, do a heroes rant earlier, but you know what happened? I got a phone call, and then I got tired. I got tired. I got tired. I could say it's been a productive day, though. It's been a productive day. Had to do a meeting with QAQI with one of the agencies I'm contracting with, and it's cool. I just was tired, and that's fine. I get like 10, 15 minutes. I took went to my office, took like 10 to 15 minutes, and get me a reboot. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good now. This is how you know you really get tired. You get tired with this is how I know I get tired. It's not just that I'm drowsy. It's my limbs get fatigued. And my limbs fatigued, that means I'm tired. And it's time to shut it down. So often that people, yeah, I'm one of those people. You try to push so you can't go any further, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. You just have to know when you need to pause. Uh, you need to relax, release. I say pause and reflect. It's just, yeah, pause, remove yourself from the situation. You pause, remove yourself, and reboot. Pause, remove, and reboot. And sometimes reboot is like 5 or 10 minutes. Sometimes 20 minutes. Sometimes a month. Sometimes a year. If you can contrast and compare levels of reboot, not just in the day, but just in the season of your life. Just think there's a situation that you may be actually encountering in your life with an individual or with an employer or with a contract, with anything. If there's a situation in which you may be encountering and things are going haywire, meaning that it's a preponderance of things. You're tired. Things, people, environment, doesn't matter. Because the thing you have to realize that we're not living in a bubble. And because we're not living in a bubble, those are things that we live in this life, this trek called life, we have to experience. And I believe that it's how you experience it that determines your outcome. How do you look at the things that occur to you? How do you persevere through them? Or are you disgruntled in the midst of the experience? If you're disgruntled in the midst of the experience, guess what? You may repeat the experience. Why? Because I believe all experiences have a lesson in them. It's about the perspective of what you're going through. Oh, thanks, y'all. It's about the perspective. And who that? Hey, post to play. Yeah, post to play. It's about the perspective. And you know, I've stated this before. A lot of people want to get through something, but they don't want to go through it. But you have to go through to get through. And if you can go through it effectively, with your head up high, without a disgruntled spirit, with a smile on your face, in the midst of the hell, I think you're gonna be all right. I think you'll be all right because there's always a lesson. It's always a lesson. And you appreciate the lesson when you stand back, you observe, or if you walk slowly, observe your surroundings. If you observe the path, you realize the reason why you must go through it. You're going through the path for a bigger conquest. But how you go through the path determines if you're a conqueror or not. You can't go through the path disgruntled. You can't go through the path complaining, and you cannot go through the path. You cannot go through the path in a state of unforgiveness, which leads to bitterness. And yes, I know the way. Um, and and when you determine that you can go through the path with forgiveness in your heart, I promise you the bitterness will leave. I was driving someone the other day. Oh, the other day, yeah, and I told them, and I told them because I experienced it to extent whereas in my heart of hearts I was holding something. I was holding something against an individual that I consider a friend, close associated friend, and I was holding it. Uh, First of all, it was individual actually stated that they was going to do something for me, and what happened is that they didn't follow through, and really the person followed through. It wasn't malevolent. It wasn't malevolent in their reasoning. They just didn't follow through. However, I depended on the person's word. However, they just forgot, and that's fine because people are inconsistent. God's the only thing that's consistent in this world. People are inconsistent, and that individual told me a lot about the human trek and how what can relieve anxiety in one's soul. I bet you're waiting to say, what, Dr. D, what can relieve the anxiety? I believe the thing that relieves anxiety is the lack of expectation. You keep hope alive because that's where God lives. God can open up doors nobody can open. He can close doors that nobody can close. And he can make a way out of no way because he's God. But people are fallible, not infallible. And when you put your trust in God and take your complete faith out, take your expectations away from, um, if you don't put that much weight in your expectations, you can expect something and it doesn't come through, but you realize, hey, things happen. All your expectations because things happen. It's not the person can not come through because they got an accident. The person can not they hurt themselves, or something's unavoidable, and life happens. So, with that being said, keep hope alive, but don't allow expectation. You can notice I said don't invest. I did not say do not invest at all. I said do not put a lot of investment because the more investment you put in your expectations, the more weight that you will occur when the expectations don't come to fulfillment. And that's 50-50 chance because we are fallible, not infallible. If we was infallible, yeah, but I can trust God in everything. Now, will I always get the results that I want? Nope. But will I always get the results that I need? Yes. Well, will I always know what I need? No. I think that I know what I need until I realize when I don't get it. And that I get something that seems to be a punishment. I feel like it's a punishment. But really, it's just making me stronger. It's toughening up my wire. It's toughening up my leather. It's making me waterproof. Uh, so when the rain comes, I don't drown. When the rain comes, I don't drown because I've been taught how to tread through water. I've been taught through the storm how to fight to get to shore. And you only learn that in the rough waters. You learn that in the storm. We say we want patience. No, we don't. Because with patience comes a trial. Comes a trial. How do you make it together? You have to show some resistance. And there's pain and resistance. But there's a product at the end of the process. Can you do it? Can you do the process? Don't know. All right, people. I'm at my destination. God, I don't find anybody in this content. Go ahead and subscribe. You know, you know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe content and give me some likes. And if you remember anything else, remember this: every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never look back. Why? Because life is just too short to live looking in the rearview mirror. This is a hero's journey with Dr. D doing the hero's rant in Dem Streets, and we are out.